Superior.
Taking a slight detour through farm country. Here's the Upper Falls. There's Highway 61. And the Lower Falls are right down that way below Highway 61. There's one way to get across the point with a no swimming sign.
Here we are at Gooseberry Falls, the Upper Falls.
Foghorn building, which is so big because you need the steam engine and the air compressor as well as the foghorns. And then the lighthouse. And then the lighthouse keeper's house. And there's actually two more for the other assistant lighthouse keepers because one person can't work 24/7. Tree definitely needs a sign. Foghorns today. It's foggy. So here we are in the lighthouse.
They're attached to this cable. As they descend, moves the gears and in turn rotates our lens. So every hour and a half to 2 hours, you have to come back up to rewind it, just like the keepers would do. So it takes a few minutes to get it all the way back to the top.
Nice place for a lighthouse. It doesn't have to be very tall because it's got a head start. The oil house. Originally the oil storage building to run everything, but once they got electricity, they didn't need all the fuel oil and it got converted to a storage shed. This is where they mounted the derrick to bring everything up from the ship when they first started building the lighthouse. Goodbye, Lake Superior. That's Lake Superior in the fog. It looks a lot like nothing. Today we're driving across Minnesota looking for the Mississippi River. This is Leech Lake in Minnesota, where there's a historical marker about the Ojibwa and some of the things that went on here. But the interesting thing is that this part of the historical marker was built by the CCC, and then when World War II broke out, they couldn't continue finishing this rest area. And then years later, the Minnesota Department of Transportation came back and finished the rest of the brickwork or stonework. And if you look at it, the stonework on the right isn't as nice as the part that the CCC had done. We've driven through miles of white birch trees. That is a fire tower. Standing here in the eastern United States. And this is the headwaters of the Mississippi River. And I have now waded across to the western United States. If I had my hiking poles, I could walk across on the rocks, but I don't, so I can't. The headwaters of the Mississippi River. We got a bridge. We can go the easy way. Crossing from the eastern shore to the western shore. We're now in America's West. The western side of the Mississippi River is farm country. One of the 10,000 lakes. Buffalo River State Park. Trail tracing to campground was about a 10-minute exercise. They only have about 30 motorhome sites and a dozen tent sites. And now I'm out. They have miles and miles and miles of trails in the park. I won't be able to trail trace all those, but we're out for a walk. The bridge over the Buffalo River. It's a little bit bigger than the Mississippi. Nice trails to go for a walk. And this one goes along the river. No rocks and roots though. From the river to the prairie. I wonder how the buffalo found their way through the prairie without these mowed trails. That's kind of a, yeah, where do you go? It's a lot easier when somebody mows it. Day 13 begins with corn. The Spud Valley Model Railroad Club. Significantly nicer than mine was. Fargo's first house. Let me do that again. Fargo's first house. A log, and once again, they're very varying sizes. This is a real structure, the way they were really built. The bed of stone and a general store. Never seen a bank vault like that before, have you? Heavy enough, nobody's gonna run off with it. And strong enough, it's not easy to get into. Another 1860s log farmhouse. Not a bad place. And upstairs, bedrooms. The Checkered Years. Have to look up the book. We've seen a lot of nice little stoves.
We have. Yeah, I can remember my grandmother, my Aunt Jerry, my mother, somebody talking about summer kitchens. You know, I can just kind of remember, I don't remember anything about it.
If you're looking for a collection of old tractors, yeah. And the John Deere collection. (1914) Titan. The blacksmith shop. Something we can relate to. school bus. A mail cart for your mailman. And a mail delivery wagon. Anybody need a sleigh? Oh, we got another school bus. One of the many nice stoves we've seen.
We've seen a few that same kind of design.
And some more state-of-the-art wiring. And a creamery. Pasteurizing that. And a butter churn. Ice cream freezer. Police station with a holding cell. Has 2 cots that fold down. Preferably not a good place to spend the night.